Good evening to you. I moved a little closer to my halo light. My hair's a little bit longer. I washed it today, but let me tell you, friend, it was all tangles. I actually washed it twice. Baby soap, baby shampoo rather, more specifically, because shampoo is hair soap, or soap for your hair. How are you doing though? Tell me. Tell me everything. Oof. So sorry. I leaned against the windowsill in my... can you see it there? Soweto. Don't get it twisted. Just gonna move this over. I'm gonna get another one of these actually. Yeah. Because I actually like this as a light fixture in here. You know. And I don't want to move it anymore because it fits perfectly here in the sovereign corner of my room according to feng shui principles. What sovereign, what rules is publicity. That's what Wallace Thurman was trying to warn everybody about in Infants of the Spring. And that's the project that I would like to start working on. A new Wallace Thurman biography. You know, Infants of the Spring, I'm just resting here. Is this composition okay for you? Yes, I had my body, my left side got all twisted up. Tangles, twisting, Soweto, 1976, Johannesburg, Philadelphia, the real, my halo light. Look how they, well, there. Paradise is up there, though. It's true, it's the name of that book. You know, I'm in my character. Sort of like a hyper version of myself. Yes, this is my Spotify Discover Weekly. I'm taking a big chance that I'm gonna get this cleared, all of these songs. This is apparently a new track by Moses Sumney and okay, Google, who are the singers to this track?
Sorry, I don't have that information.
I broke Google. I think I... Okay, Google, who is the singer of this track?
Sue has at least 38 songs. Here are the first three: Wildfires, Free, and Sunshine.
You know, it's like a music television show. Instead of like a live in studio performance, I'm just listening to music live and like maybe commenting on it. We'll see. I mean, if this is like a beta partnership with Spotify, I'm down. You know, but only you all can make that happen. Only you all can make that happen by subscribing to my YouTube channel. Yo, just do it. It doesn't cost you anything. I just broke the fourth wall. It doesn't cost you anything to just click subscribe. If you don't have the YouTube app, get it. Trust me. That's where entertainment is going. That's the big time. Trust me on this. You know, many of you who have found your way into this video, one way or the other, through one of my promotional channels, just checking my clock over there. I'm getting more and more professional with this. So, you know, I'm getting really psyched about like the possibilities, you know, and the people who signed on early are gonna be my all-time favorites. And that's my pitch for you today. Do you know what she's singing about? The boys in blue. She wants to tell her her little boy, her young son, about the truth about the boys in the blue. For boys who look like him. That heaven's angels are shining down. God has chosen us. Yeah. It is a spiritual thing. I walked by Ebon Tabernacle. Ebon Tabernacle on the other side. On the other side of the block that I face. I got a new pair of Timberlands today. Hiking boots. Not like the OG Timberlands, but like these are comfortable AF. And like I need to start hiking in the Wissahickon over here. Wessafucka? The Wissahickon. It's this enormous, like, I don't know what it technically is, a park, a natural preserve. Remember, I'm in Philly, the founding fathers capital of the US, AKA the FF capital. Maybe that's what I should title this one, the FF capital. Remember, I'm doing the anti-Hamilton. Except that I'm sort of the anti-Jefferson. That's really what I'm doing, the anti-Jefferson, but I'm calling it the anti-Hamilton for now. Because I'm actually that is, I'm against the politics of Hamilton. But I don't personally have a lot of knowledge about Alexander Hamilton, nor a lot of interest in learning about him, but I do have a lot of knowledge about Thomas Jefferson and a lot of proximity to his institutions. Yeah. Spotify knows my rhythms. They know my ebbs and flows. So the music's gotten a little bit dramatic. You know, they taught me in that 3-day acting workshop I taught. In the 3-day acting workshop I took in maybe 2006, which I reported on for a very small article in New York Magazine. what they taught us, it was an acting class for professionals, for business people, to enhance their presence, which the social psychologist Amy Cuddy then wrote a really innovative self-help book in the form of research that she did called Presence, and then was pilloried in a very heteropatriarchal way by a bunch of like, I don't know, bros, science bros, who said that like there was no way to prove anything that she said, that she couldn't replicate her results. And apparently she couldn't, but the point is that whether she could or could not replicate the statistical results, or sorry, scratch, that's one step too far, whether or not she could replicate the raw data, study after study, experiment after experiment, is beside the point. Because the book, which I read later on, I didn't read all of it because I don't usually read most of every book. There's just too many books out there that I want to know about. I read a lot of it and I really liked it. I mean, it was case study based. She was talking about her experiences and a lot of interviewed people. And it was working for them. They liked it. It made them feel, you know, what she was talking about was how to feel more confident, right? This is what I also learned in the TAI acting workshop that I took. Just a 3-day intensive. It was this Friday night, all day Saturday, into Saturday night, and then all day Sunday, stopping at like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. It was a really challenging experience for me because not only was I participating in it, right? That's why I've always done participant observation. I just have always participated. I mean, you know that about me. I just like to have as many experiences as possible, you know? But it was very trying for me because on the one hand, I was participating in the workshop and I never had any real performance training before. I was also reporting on it, and so I was like stressed about that because I thought it was like a really cool piece, and I actually thought it was something that like maybe could go back in the day, in the 2000s, when I was a multimedia journalist. Really a multimedia journalist when I started working at the Advocate magazine, like on staff in like 2006. Clearly a significant year for me, right? Because what I'm also talking about, the acting thing, was from 2006, I believe. I could be off on that. I've just always been trying to learn and like improve my functioning, I would have to say. Not improve myself. I've been happy with myself for years, for the most part, but like how to work, how to achieve what I want to achieve on my terms, the most efficient way possible, or through the most efficient means possible. You know, that's what the whole self-help, and I'm just gonna, I mean, obviously, I'm speaking to you, I'm just gonna go back and forth for a minute at 14:28. As I lose my thought there in that moment of silence. I am trying to take this for professional And I think one of the ways I'm going to do it, right, is by positioning me like this as telling narratives to somebody who's not watching, to somebody who's off screen. Because what I want, because you know where I sort of started to get hung up there was like, am I demonstrating the fact that like I'm talking to somebody enough? Because originally I started with the concept of a video conference, right? The concept of like, I keep getting Joni on my playlist. Okay, Google, who is this singer?
Dolphin was recorded by Linda Perhacs.
Okay, Google, what is this song?
This is Dolphin by Linda Perhacs.
Okay, Google, who's Linda Brax?
Sorry, I don't have any information about that.
Well, it's not Joni. I have a different timer running here because I was trying to just not, I was going to try to do the whole thing without breaking out of character, but I'm just going to look up one thing. No, I don't want to go to Twitter. Linda. Right. So not Joni Mitchell, but a contemporary of Joni Mitchell. I mean, you know, it also, you know, she also sounds a bit like, I'm going to switch to the other. Hi. So sorry to keep you waiting. Yeah, I know. No, I was trying to explain. I was trying to explain my method, and it really got in the way of my being with you. Yeah. And then I'm trying to like, it's like an auto theory thing. I'm supposed to hold it up like this. I don't like that though. Yeah, no. It's like an auto thing. You know, I do have a TV series. Yeah. It's called Demaster Class / Method to My Madness. It's on YouTube. Yeah, I have 7 subscribers. Yeah. I'd like to have a few more. Do you think maybe you could like just, I mean, you're on YouTube, right? Oh, you're not. Why aren't you on YouTube though? Oh, you want to hear about my act? Oh, was I going on again about that? Oh my gosh, it was just a 3-day workshop. Yeah. No, I mean, it was complicated for me because basically, like, I'm a super anxious person, and it was before I actually fucking, excuse my French, it was before I actually, like, got on my meds, which is Lexapro, which, like, basically everybody takes, and, like, Ativan. Oh my gosh. I mean, I was so nervous I mean, I almost couldn't even talk I was like trying to do more interviews and I almost couldn't even talk. It was such an ordeal. And I was like, this is like 2006. I was like 26 years old, dude, or dudette, or however you identify. That, reaction artist whose name I'm forgetting is fantastic. I've liked her videos though. So they're on my YouTube channel too. They're sort of like my recommended videos, if you will. I had to give Coleman Spiel Day, I don't know if that's how you pronounce his last name, credit for that when I'm subscribing to he's a young gay. Like in his 20s, like I was. During this period of which I'm talking about, and I was so anxious all the time. Yeah, I don't want to go back into all of that, but that acting class was great. And what it taught me was just to let go. Right? Like, just to give up any idea of like, I always thought acting was like you were playing a role, which it is, but it's more like, as I think of it now, and this is where all the method actors, another inspiration for my program D Masterclass / Method to My Madness, the method actors inhabited the original ones, like Brando. It's part of the reason why I think they all got sort of burnt out and like, but they were radical in that way, right? When you become these characters, it changes you. It's why, I mean, again, like, I'm very male-oriented, I know. I had a very interesting dream last night in which somebody, one of my advisors, interestingly enough, came to me in a dream to say, among other things, that I'm very male-oriented. It's true, I am very male-oriented. As I hit my ex Arthur's gift to me for one of the present giving occasions during which we were together, during which I changed myself yet again. Right? Because relationships change you. And, you know, our lines of communication are done. He's always free to come back to me, but I'm never reaching out to him again. Because I finally reached a point of no return. And I feel great about that decision because I'm meeting a lot of cool people. And I'm going to grow from them. You know, basically what I realize is I already learned a ton from my most recent ex that, like, I use all the time. I mean, I have some of his present, you know what I mean? Like, he's a wonderful person and I love him. But, you know, I'm going to wear my hair the way I want to wear my hair. You know, it happens to look dope as fuck because I washed it, but also my hairstylist B is amazing. Ugh. But you know, acting, if I can land this point, you just sort of give away. You just sort of stop thinking about the performance and you just go. You know, it's harder to do on camera in this way because I can see myself even when I sort of give over, right? I don't, it's heavy. Right? It's how actors cry in camera. Some of them, they think of like a memory. I sort of heard one of the things I learned from my most recent ex, Arthur, is how to act. He was also interested in improv, and I think he's a natural actor. He's very charismatic and very compelling. I mean, you know, I fell madly in love with him. And I don't just fall madly in love with anybody. In fact, I had never fallen madly in love with anybody until him. And, you know, and I also don't, for those of you like you who know all the details, I also don't like radically rearrange my life to be with somebody unless there's a clear, strong, durable commitment there. And there was. And he acknowledged that at one point. I got him after we had broken up, which I mean, I'm the one that did it ultimately because I knew he was never gonna do it. Like he was trying, it was like, I felt like he was creating the condition. It's so bizarre. And I'm not telling you his story. I'm telling you what I felt like. It felt like he was creating the conditions for me to break up with him, so it could have been me who broke up with him, technically. Which is never how I would have thought about it, because he's the one who walked out on me. You know? But one of the things I tried to engage him around was working together creatively. And I really thought it would have been an amazing project for us to work on. Like, we could have done like our own fucking reality series. You know what I mean? You know, it could have been like, the two Pauls. Keeping up with the two Pauls. It just seemed like we had all the material to do that, and it would have worked really great in a variety of ways. But I couldn't engage him on that, you know. And so when I saw everything shifting digitally, like all the yoga classes immediately shifting online, like so many people were prepared for the pandemic's rearrangement of the digital versus material that is physical world. I think the digital is also physical, but like the digital world is also virtual. I'm still trying to figure that out intellectually. Thank you for bearing with me. The righteous way to go. Just listen to this music. It's better than anything I have to say. When I saw everything shifting, I was like, wow. Online performance is going to be here to stay. And I think that movie theaters are going to disappear. You know, there's been a lot of chatter about this. In fact, one of my former students, who I like very much, wrote a piece about the likelihood that theaters are here to stay. I don't think so, actually. I think the market's going to separate and become like any other market. It's going to be like the very specialized, and it's going to be like the humongous mass market, and there's going to be nothing in between. As my stomach growls. That's how you know I'm working. So yeah, I do think movie theaters will be around in some form for the foreseeable future, but I think it's going to be like the really historic art house players that probably will run by a subscription or something. I mean, that's what a membership is. You know, like I probably will become a member of Film Forum in Manhattan again because I want to support that institution, and they just reopened this past weekend. And that's one of the things I want to do when I go back up to New York the next time in 2 weeks, if not earlier, because I just love it up there so much. Even as I prefer to live here in Philly for now, for various reasons. Mostly because it's so much cheaper, my rent, and I get so much more space, and that's a big deal. You know, talk to anybody who's lived in Manhattan, who's lived in New York, you know, for 10 or more years. It's nice to have space. It's nice to be in space.